I'll admit I got my hopes up this week, folks, only to have them immediately dashed, because for a hot second, really thought Donald Trump was telling us he was resigning from office. You see, Donald Trump got on Truth Social and proclaimed that the days of stupidity in America are over. And of course, my immediate first thought was like, oh, then that means he must be resigning and completely disbanding the Republican Party. No more Republicans, no more Trump. Yeah, the days of stupidity are over. That's awesome. Wow, what a weird thing to happen on a random August day. Well, it turns out that's not actually what Donald Trump meant. What he meant was that the days of stupidity are over and the days of batshit crazy are here. Because here is the full post that Donald Trump put on Truth Social this week. Any state that has built and relied on windmills and solar for power are seeing record-breaking increases in electricity and energy costs. The scam of the century. We will not approve wind or farmer-destroying solar. The days of stupidity are over in the USA. MAGA! So again, everything he just said is not true. In fact, it's verifiably, quantifiably not true. In fact, the states that have seen the biggest investments in renewable energy like wind and solar have actually seen their overall energy prices increase like everybody else, but increase at a slower pace than those that do not have as much wind and solar. So it's literally the exact opposite of what he's telling us. Now, across the nation, energy prices have skyrocketed. Every single state, doesn't matter where you are. And the reason energy prices have skyrocketed is because the fossil fuel companies are having to start factoring in climate change into their pricing because it's costing them money. Listen to this. Utilities are passing along costs tied to wildfire mitigation, climate change, extreme weather hardening, climate change, transmission upgrades. That can be due to, storm weather or just we need to fix it. So that's kind of climate change, maybe not. And volatile natural gas markets, which is just, that's not climate change. That's just market manipulation by the people who have all the fossil fuels. None of this has anything to do with renewable energy. Again, let me read you this. This is from Media here. States that have leaned heavily into wind and solar, like Iowa, Kansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, red states, have actually seen slower electricity price growth compared to the national average. Iowa, which now gets nearly 60% of its electricity from wind, saw its rates increase more slowly than 42 other states over the past decade. In Texas, which has more wind capacity than any other state and rapidly growing solar, wind and solar generation saved ratepayers an estimated $31.5 billion between 2010 and 2022, including $11 billion in 2022 alone. The cost of producing renewable energy continues to decline. Now, we still have to make investments in the energy grid and the energy infrastructure to be able to properly, send it, store it, and whatever, but we're getting there, or at least we were, until Donald Trump came along, ended our days of stupidity, and brought us into the days of insanity, where we're moving backwards on technology, backwards on science, and backwards on protecting the planet. So yeah, the days of stupidity are over, and now it's just the days of batshit crazy morons running the federal government who lie to our faces every day because that's the only thing they know how to do. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.